The 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump, has already begun dismantling the legacy of his predecessor, Barack Obama. Shortly after his inauguration ended, President Trump signed an executive order seeking to minimize the economic burden of Mr. Obama's Affordable Care Act, known as Obamacare. President Trump has promised to fight for the American people, but anti-Trump protests have flared up around the country. For a look back at a historic day for America and the world, here's Oh Soo-young.
Taking the oath of office in front of the Capitol building on Friday, Donald Trump was sworn in as the 45th President of the United States. In his inaugural speech, President Trump laid out his agenda for the next 4 years, centered on putting America first. He painted a bleak picture of the divisions and inequalities in the nation, saying that while Washington had prospered over the years, there were millions of forgotten people across the land. President Trump promised to restore power, prosperity and pride to the American people.
Every decision on trade, on taxes, on immigration, on foreign affairs will be made to benefit American workers and American families. We must protect our borders from the ravages of other countries making our products, stealing our companies, and destroying our jobs. We will seek friendship and goodwill with the nations of the world, but we do so with the understanding that it is the right of all nations to put their own interests first.
One of Mr. Trump's first actions as president was signing a number of executive orders. The new president issued an order for federal agencies to ease the burden of Obamacare, one of the legacies of his predecessor. 2 of Trump's cabinet picks were also confirmed by the Senate. General James Mattis was sworn in as the Secretary of Defense, and General John Kelly was confirmed to head up the Department of Homeland Security. In a written statement, President Trump said they will immediately begin rebuilding the military and securing America's borders. The White House website was also updated with Trump's 6 main agendas: energy, foreign policy, jobs and growth, military, law enforcement, and trade deals. The initiatives reflect President Trump's promise to make America great again through more nationalistic and inward-looking policies. The section on military reveals a plan to reduce budgetary cuts and develop a state-of-the-art missile defense system to counter threats from countries like North Korea and Iran. Critics pointed out that Trump's 6 initiatives failed to address issues such as civil rights, LGBT rights, healthcare and climate change. While President Trump wasted no time getting to work, hundreds of protesters marched through the US Capitol on Friday. 2 police officers were injured and more than 100 anti-Trump protesters were arrested after violence erupted in parts of downtown Washington. More protests are planned for Saturday in the US and around the world. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News.